Hello guys, good morning. Myself Shraddha Gajjar and today I am going to teach you about the digestive system, in that the anatomy and physiology of the small intestine. First we will see the introduction. The small intestine, or we can say that is the small bowel, it is the part of the GI tract from the stomach to the large intestine. Also where much of the digestion and absorption of the food take place. Okay, the main function of the small intestine, that is the absorption and the digestion of the food, or another name of the small intestine, that is the small bowel from the stomach to the large intestine. Now we will see the next slide. The small intestine, it is body's major digestive organ or longest organ. The size of the small intestine, that is the 2.5 centimeter in diameter and 5 meter long. Okay, it is a 5 meter long and 2.5 centimeter in diameter. The length is varies, and in adult, in human male, that is 6.9 meter, or in adult female, that is the 7.1 meter length. The surface area, that is the 30 square meter, which is occupied by the small intestine. The location of the small intestine, that is the abdominal cavity, surrounded by the large intestine and muscular tube extending from the pyloric sphincter to the ileocecal valve. So this is all about the location. Now we will see the parts of the small intestine, that is the duodenum, jejunum and ileum. Three parts are there. First part, that is the duodenum, middle portion, that is the jejunum, and last portion, that is the ileum. So there are three parts. The subdivision of the small intestine, that is the first one, that is the duodenum. You can see in the figure, after the stomach there is C-shaped part, that is the duodenum, besides of the pancreas. Okay, now the duodenum. It is the first part of the small intestine. It attached to the stomach. The length of the duodenum, that is the 25 centimeter, or we can say 10 to 12 inch long. It is in C-shape and curves around the head of the pancreas are there. The secretion from the gallbladder and the pancreas are there. So this is all about the duodenum. Now the parts of the duodenum, that is the first part, that is the superior part, that is in 2 inch. Second part, that is the descending part, that is in 3 inch. Then the third part, that is horizontal part, that is in 4 inch. And last one, that is the ascending part, that is in 1 inch. Okay, so there are 4 parts of the duodenum: superior part, descending part, horizontal part and the ascending part. 4 parts of the duodenum. Now the second part of the small intestine, that is the jejunum. It is a middle part of the intestine. It attaches anteriorly to the duodenum and posteriorly to the ileum. So we can say it is a middle portion from to duodenum and ileum. The length of the jejunum, that is the 2 meter. Now the third part of the small intestine, that is the ileum. It is a last part, or we can say terminal end of the small intestine. It extends from the jejunum to the large intestine, or we can say the part of the large intestine, that is the cecum. The length of the ileum, that is the 3 meter. Now we will see the structure of the small intestine. The walls of the small intestine are composed of the 4 layers. That you all know, it is same as the GI system. First one is a mucus layer, then submucous layer, then muscular layer and the serous layer. You can see in the figure, okay, 4 part or 4 layer of the small intestine. The peritoneum. It is a double layer of the peritoneum called the mesentery. Okay, there is a double layer of the peritoneum that called the mesentery. It attaches the jejunum and the ileum to the posterior abdominal wall. Okay, there is a double layer of peritoneum or that attach jejunum and ileum to the posterior abdominal wall for the holding of the organ. It is in fan shape. Okay, it is in fan shape. This is called the mesentery. You can see in figure it is in fan shape. The large blood vessels and the nerves lies on the posterior abdominal wall, and the branches to the small intestine pass between the two layers of the mesentery. So this is all about the mesentery. Now the mucosa. It is a permanent circular folds or villi and the microvilli. Okay, it is a inner layer of the small intestine. That is the first inner layer. That it has the circular folds, villi and microvilli. The permanent circular folds, it is like the rugae, which is same in the stomach, but not smooth out when it is distended. Okay, but in stomach it is smooth when the stomach wall is distended, but in small intestine it is not like that. They promote mixing of the chyme as it passes along. Okay, up to the stomach there will be a bolus, then there will be mixing of the enzyme and bolus will become the chyme. Okay, so they promote the mixing of chyme as it passes along. Then the microvilli. It is a tiny finger-like structure or projection of the mucosal layer in the intestinal lumen, that is about 0.5 to 1 mm long. You can see in the second figure, that is the villi. Okay, it is a tiny finger-like projection. In the walls, there is the columnar epithelial cells, or we can say the enterocytes. Okay, what is the enterocytes? That is the columnar epithelial cells with tiny microvilli, that is the 1 micrometer long on their free border. Also it has the goblet cells, and the main function of the goblet cells that secrete the mucus into the intestine. A network of the blood and lymph capillaries. Also, the lymph capillaries are called the lacteals because the absorbed fat gives the lymph-like milky appearance. That's why the lymph capillaries in the small intestines that called the lacteals. Now you can see in the figures the green portion of the area, that is the lacteals. Now lacteals is only found in small intestine and it has a milky appearance. That's why it called the lacteals. Absorption and the some final stages of the digestion of the nutrients take place in the enterocytes before entering the food in the blood and the lymph capillaries. Okay, so there is a absorption of the final stage. Now, the glands of the small intestine. The intestinal glands are simple tubular glands situated below the surface between the villi. Okay, between two villi there will be a glands. That is the intestinal glands. The entire epithelium is replaced every 3 to 5 days. Okay, the epithelial layers will be replaced 3 to 5 days in the small intestine. The digestive enzymes that lodge in the microvilli and they together with the intestinal juice, they complete the chemical digestion of the carbohydrate, fats and protein. Okay. The numerous lymph nodes are found in the mucosa. These lymphatic tissues packed with the defensive cells and strategically placed to neutralize ingested antigens. Okay. Also there will be a protective function. Now, the blood supply of the small intestine, that is the arterial blood supply, which is done by the superior mesenteric artery, and the venous drainage will be done by the superior mesenteric vein that will join other veins to form a portal vein. Nerve supply, that is the vagus nerve. Now we will see the intestinal juice. About 1.500 ml of intestinal juice are secreted daily by the glands of the small intestine. Okay, total 1.500 ml intestinal juice is secreted by the small intestine daily. What they contain? Water, mucus, and the mineral salt. And the pH of the intestinal juice are between 7.8 to 8. Now we'll see the function of the small intestine. Onward movement of its content by the peristalsis, which is increased by the parasympathetic stimulation. Due to the parasympathetic stimulation, the peristaltic movement will be occur. The secretion of the intestinal juice, then the completion of the chemical digestion of carbohydrate, protein and fat in the enterocytes of the villi. The protection against the infection by the microbes that have survived the antimicrobial action of the hydrochloric acid in the stomach by the lymph follicles. Okay, also there will be a antimicrobial action by the HCl acid. The secretion of the hormones, that is the CCK, we can say the cholecystokinin and the secretin. Also there will be the absorption of the nutrients. So this is all the function. Next, chemical digestion in the small intestine, that is mixed with the pancreatic juice, bile and intestinal juice, and in contract with the enterocytes of the villi. In the small intestine, the digestion of the nutrients is completed. The carbohydrates are broken down into the monosaccharides, protein are broken down into amino acids, and fat are broken down to fatty acids and the glycerols. So this is all about the anatomy and physiology of the small intestine. Now guys, if you have any query, you can ask me and you can comment me in the comment box. If you like my video, then please like and share my video. Thank you. Hello guys, I have made video for you. This is the educational video as a part of anatomy and physiology. If you like my video, then please subscribe my channel and like the video. Thank you.